Three, two, one.
And you're
Are you
on with
on?
professional
Woohoo!
Barbie email.
A professional Barbie. We're doing a murder mystery tonight with Cody's family, so the makeup is a little
I
hefty.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Did you get like did they give you a character and everything already?
Yes.
Nice.
I am someone playing the bride of Frankenstein, who is a wannabe supermodel germaphobe.
Okay.
So I've got a whole costume we gotta do.
That's
And all the
awesome.
kids are involved. It should be fun.
Oh yay. We've done murder mysteries, but we haven't done one with like the kiddos, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
pictures. I bet it's gonna be awesome. So yeah. How
There's
was your week?
it's always that it was good. I think it was good. Was
Yeah,
it good? It was good.
that's good.
Yeah, we had me and Cody's anniversary on Sunday. So that was fun.
But yeah, and you flew. You were trying to say something. You were like, there's always that, and then you were gonna say something else.
Oh, just there's always that little bit of like self-consciousness at the beginning where you're like, I hope this goes well, and then it's just fine with the murder mystery thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who's planning it?
My sister-in-laws, two of them.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think
And
it'll be
all you
good.
have to do is go like hang out, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Eat
So
some
you don't,
food.
yeah, you don't have anything to be nervous about.
Yeah.
Is this your first time? Or you were a
No, but I
virgin?
haven't virgin. No, it's I did one in college, but it's been a while. So
Without me?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
where were you?
I don't know. I feel like I just found out I
No,
got
it was
cheated on.
right. No, it was my other side of the family. My sister-in-law's sister did one, so it
Okay,
was
fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
I'll forgive it.
I wouldn't have done that without you. Are you kidding me?
But I don't think we've done that yet, and that feels wrong.
It does feel wrong, and my hair's doing something funny. So maybe like tap dance while I fix it.
Been tapping dancing this whole time, so tapping dancing. I can't even word today, so this should be interesting.
Well, tell me about your week. How'd it go? You had a major week with a hurricane and
Well, for us, it was like a lot of prep, and then nothing really happened because it went south of us, thankfully. So
yeah, but half of it's the anticipation and the prepping and the getting ready
yeah,
and the
yeah,
making sure everybody in your life is well taken care of
exactly. And then the kids are home, and that's just like a whole another thing because it's like
and can't go
Anthony
anywhere.
Anthony was still working the whole time, because he works from home. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't so bad, but this week at work, probably because we had to cancel some patients last week and we're trying to like play catch up. It felt
Mhm.
super busy. And then we had like a couple people, call out being sick here and there. And it's funny because when like a provider, like if as the hygienist or if the dentist takes the day off for some reason, you're going to reschedule those patients. But then like when an assistant or two calls off, we just kind of keep the same patient load. So we're just like
Yeah, you just hustle a
you just
lot.
hustle, yeah.
Do the hustle! Do the hustle!
It does not last forever, and they'll be back next week, hopefully. So, alas, it's a long week though.
Everything will get back on track. I bet it was.
Yeah,
I bet it was. Even just the emotional roller coaster of like the hurricane would get me. I'd be
yeah.
like, I need a few days off. So
Being here, like we've been here like 5 years now, 5 or 6 years, and we've only ever had like one kind of bigger hurricane that did anything here, and it just knocked out power and knocked out some trees. But like it's like a big thunderstorm essentially, or just a windstorm when you live this far
yeah,
in Florida. Like I don't
yeah.
know. Not to say nothing could get us, but we're pretty safe where we are in Florida. So the
So far
stress
so good.
when we were first here, it stressed me out, but now it's just kind of
Yeah.
like,
It's like, eh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
it'll
kind of
hit
like
or
when,
it won't.
yeah, and it's like if you get a snow day at home, it's like, oh, you're gonna get some days off school.
Yeah.
It's not super safe to travel for a little bit or something. That's about all it is.
Yeah,
But
that makes
they
sense.
they make it out to be so bad. My sister-in-law, Misty, she texted me, worried about the storm. And after she's like, are you guys okay? Because the news is making it sound like there's zero survivors.
There were no survivors.
Takes all kinds.
Right? Seriously, that's how it is here. I worry about you guys so much. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I wonder if right now it's like the storm is bearing down when really it's
No,
like
yeah.
kind of windy.
No, but
We-
where it did bear down, it was horrible for people, and there were
Yeah,
a lot of
videos of
damage and
that.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. So thankfully we were missed though, and thankfully we don't live like by the edge of,
right on the coast.
exactly. So we're pretty safe here. So thanks
Yeah.
for worrying, but yeah, no, that really wasn't the worst of my concerns recently. Despite the fact that if you watch the news, you would assume that was going to be the worst of my concerns.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Other concerns? Do you want to share with the class or just like it's a lot?
Oh no, yeah, no, just there's our world's a lot right now. Are you
It's
following
true.
like a little of what's going on in Iran right now?
Yes.
Do you
That's
remember me asking you earlier on when we talked one time about like have you seen pictures of women in Iran in the 70s? And referring to like,
oh,
hey,
and how they were just fine and
exactly, and
less
how
covered and
certain things that like we see people wanting to like enact right now are the type of things that they started enacting there to like, yeah, just it's just something to think about and be aware of, and it's scary, and it sucks to know that there are like people fighting over there because it's men and women who are protesting and being kind of shut down, and
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
the big protest is because I'm not even gonna try to say her name. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Amadi, I would ruin it too,
Yeah.
but
But she was actually killed
mhm,
because
by the morality police, yeah,
by the morality police, which is
crazy.
if they ugh,
Well, because
how can you think
they're
one thing is moral and the other is not?
exactly you're policing because if they don't wear the hijab properly or whatever, I guess then they're too appealing to men. Is that what it is? So then men are what's dangerous. So then as a man policing your morals, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you because you're not doing the thing that's gonna save you from man. Like that. Oh.
Yeah, so weird. I loved the comedian you sent me on TikTok that was like talking about his daughter getting written up at school
Oh.
for wearing a tank top. And yeah, and he's like, how about instead of sending my daughter home, you send home the boy that's getting distracted? Like, if you can't hide it with your belt and a trapper keeper, go home. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, for real, for real. And then she stood up and was that the same one that stood up and is like,
That was a different one where the girl stood up and turned to her class and was like, because her teacher was a male, so she turned around to her class and was like, "I'm sorry, am I making
are my
this hard on any
shoulders
of you? Are my
distracting?
shoulders distracting any of you guys?" And all the guys were like, "No." And then she looked at her teacher and she goes, "Oh, so it's you." And then left. And it was like, I fucking love that because you're right. Like maybe you shouldn't be a
Yeah,
teacher. Number one,
yeah,
if you feel the need to police her because obviously you're the one whose mind went there.
yeah. And there are lines. I mean, I wouldn't want my daughter to go to school in her bra or lingerie or, there's appropriate places to wear appropriate things. And I
Yeah.
think tank tops in on a hot
Yeah.
day are kind of a human right.
Yes, yes,
As as someone who didn't always wear tank tops and finally
yes.
did, holy cow, there's a huge difference.
Well, just
Huge difference between how much I like to be outside and enjoy the summertime and
well,
just this
policing
little strap.
your body and what you can wear on your clothes and what makes you good and what makes you bad. It's just like it
Mhm.
fucks with your mind and it's all made up. It's all stupid. It's all just the dumbest stuff and I hate it.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about when I I wore a toothpiece that somebody gave me? Like I was going to Salem Pond with my brother Steven and like Laura and Sarah, and I
Mhm.
wore a t-shirt over a toothpiece because that's what you do.
You didn't want to be slutty.
But then when I got there, no more so anything, I think like yes, there was that, but also like I couldn't leave the house if I didn't have that t-shirt on over the top of it
Yeah.
anyways. Not like my parents were like, don't leave the house, but she would have been like, you can't wear that. But I took off the t-shirt while I was there, and my little sister told on me when I got home. So then my mom proceeded to make us all bathing suits that were cap sleeve and went down to the knee.
Really?
Yeah, can't believe I
I
never
had no
showed you
idea.
that.
How did I not know that? And why did I not ever have your mom make me a swimming suit? Because I think that's something I should have done.
You know, like you would
But
think that I mean, it was just a lot of fabric to have on.
Look at me. I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
And then there's like you feel silly too because it's like it's so outside of the norm of what other people's things are. And I'm fine with like wearing silly things, but for some reason that one
yeah,
I was
only
like,
when it's your idea.
yeah, I'd
Like,
rather just not go swimming.
uh-huh.
Or
Um,
I'll just jump in my freaking clothes.
yeah, you see like pictures of women back in like 100 years ago where it's like shorts, but they're all like ruffly and it's basically like a big old dress for a
Uh-huh.
swimming suit. And you're like, you would get dragged right under. Like, there is no way you're swimming in that.
No.
There's It's like dip your toe in. Ooh, I'm swimming. Like,
I'm trying to get in though. Yeah, that thing's gonna take on water and pull
yeah,
you down.
you're going down. There's no way. Women back then did not learn to swim. I am guaranteeing it.
I mean,
Good
fashion
times
doesn't
though.
always make sense, and I can understand sometimes fashion is just about fashion, but I think when it comes to the swimming suit,
Yeah.
it was always trying to like make it less like I don't know.
Sexy.
Yeah, and they maybe unintentionally, but made everything even more sexualized because they made everything hidden and like you can't show. And now it's like you see anything like
Yeah.
like
Well, and I love like back then having your ankles showing was too sexy or, your neck. And now it's just like you can sexualize whatever you want to sexualize. There were two guys that were talking about some of their coworkers and they were talking about their like LinkedIn pictures.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember this and I'm probably going to slaughter it. But anyway,
Okay.
one of them was like
Mhm.
talking about one of their coworkers wearing a t-shirt, and he's like, man, she really shouldn't wear that. It makes guys think things. And it was just like a t-shirt. It wasn't low cut. It maybe was a little bit form fitting, but like not overly so.
That's
And it's like,
just the shape of your body, you know.
yeah, yeah, you can sexualize anything that
Hmm.
you want to. So
Yeah,
instead of nitpicking women on
yeah,
cover it all up, I don't want to wear a hijab my whole
yeah.
life. You
Well,
know what I
and
mean? I don't want to.
yeah, men are taught, yeah, if that makes you feel something, then they need to do something. They need to cover it up. You know what I mean? Whereas it's like, okay, like obviously
Or
certain things you're gonna feel, but also you learn to control your own, you know? Like if you're
yeah,
a man attracted to women, then probably boobs are gonna thrill you, whether or not someone's trying to put them in your face or not, but that's your thing, you know?
mhm,
That's for you to control.
yeah,
Like telling them that they don't have any control essentially by saying, yeah, it's the woman's fault. Like as a dude,
yeah,
I'd be like, do you think I'm just a stupid fucking animal?
right.
Yeah,
Like, watch, I can control myself.
yeah,
Done.
yeah.
Look at
Like a
me not going after people.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
And
not
I'm
a
sure
dude though.
there's yeah, I know. And I'm sure if we had like a dude perspective here, like they could, I don't know. Which I would
You could
appreciate a
clue us
dude
in.
perspective on that. Like
You know who I was thinking we should have on? We
who?
need your brothers. They need to come on for something. They would be so entertaining.
They are entertaining people. Yeah.
Did they ever do their drive this year?
Not this year. No. But
Not
the
this year.
most recently they did a like a Top Gear type drive.
There you go.
That is the worst looking car in the whole world.
Where they Matthew, Steven, and Thomas each got like I guess like a junker car or just some car that they had like
Yeah.
one day to work on, and then they all just went out and they all had like GoPros and just took videos of where they went and went on a road trip. It was really I told them though next time they do it that we're gonna come with
I want to
and
go.
visit
That's
you
probably
guys.
why they haven't done it. They're
I
like,
know they're like so it's probably happened just
yeah,
in secret so that we didn't try to jump in on it.
they totally would have to.
Because what we could do is we'll get in on it, but we're gonna get an RV, and you and me will be in one RV, just recording them and having commentary. I
We'll
just
go
want to
like
go on
glamping.
the adventure. That's all.
That's right. Take me with you while you adventure.
Yeah.
Let me live vicariously through you.
Um, one of the times they did those trips, where they were looking at like I don't know, biggest ball of yarn or things like that. They went back and saw one of the houses that I used to live in, and I'm pretty sure I've told
Oh
you about this.
yeah.
It's a
Was
haunted
it the
house
haunted
now,
haunted one?
like an event. Like you could go to that haunted house. Like
I want to go. And you could
me
be like, this was
too.
my room.
It's cute. You think I had a room. This was the room
Well,
that
a
we were all
place
in.
where you
No, no, no,
were.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was normally always in. It was a pretty big room I was in there, if I'm remembering it. It'd be so interesting to see it now because it's
Yeah.
technically they called it like an old-fashioned mansion. I don't know why.
Was that the one that burned? No, obviously it wasn't for the one that burned down because
No,
it's
no.
still there.
But this is the one that it got hit by lightning while we were there and the chimney exploded. Because on the outside it's like it looks like it's giant boulders building it up. And
I want
it
to see
just
this house.
it's so cool. We should really go because it
Okay.
had like stairs that went up and then there was a platform and then it turned and went upstairs and then it had another pair of stairs that went down, but then there was a wall. So I don't know, point in time that probably went down into the kitchen on the other side or something.
They just blocked it
Because
off.
and then down below that there was, another level of stairs that went down into like a basement where my brothers were, and there was an actual dining room with and like a little library with like steps down that had we used every room like it was a bedroom because there were so many of us, but there were some
Yeah.
cool
10
rooms.
kids. That's a lot.
They just didn't get used as like a library or things like that.
I think having 10 kids in any house would be a full house, regardless of where it or, layout or anything.
Yeah.
But I can see you guys having a lot of fun. Like when you
Oh
guys,
yeah.
when you were little and your brothers were just a little bit older, and I'll bet there was a lot of fun goings on.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that the
they kind
house?
of had like a separate life, because they were out doing their
Yeah.
things, being hooligans, but they did when they were around it was really fun. Like I remember them bringing home this big dude named Buki, I think his name was, and we would always put these like tractor, they were like little rubber, like not a tire, but like some part of the tractor or whatever that we would put in a tree and swing around on. And we'd play and we'd always have one in the
Good.
tree. And every time their friend came over and got in it, he broke it. It was like just
Every single time.
but it was like a funny thing. They would because we'd push everybody like, hard to get them like swinging
Yeah.
around, because we were
Yeah.
also kids who weren't really being very smart. But that's kind of an odd memory I have, but I always think of that at that house of how Buki always broke our swing. That's
Somewhere
the
there's a guy
story.
that's like, yeah, I broke the swing a lot.
That
Like
was me. Yeah.
I did that. I
So
did that.
right, it was made out of an old like strap of rubber from like a tractor. It's not like we had
Like
a
an old inner
swing.
tube or something that wasn't
No, they're
puffed
like
up.
it was like a thick band. Like maybe it was a part of a I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. But they were
Okay.
around often. Enough for us to make swings out of them. Yeah, tell me some of yours.
We'd sneak down to the canal and like slide on the mossy bottom all the way across, and I
Oh,
don't
the
think my
one
mom
out in
liked
front
us
of your
playing there.
house?
Yeah, but before we lived there,
Oh,
it
okay.
was just a canal then, and we'd go ride our little dirt bikes
Uh,
down to the canal and play in it.
I remember that little canal. I think it was a little more filled, maybe you're saying at the time, because it felt like there was a
Yeah,
lot of water. It was like very much
a lot of water.
very, very beginnings of spring. So like the first hint of like maybe it's starting to warm up.
Yeah.
Remember this when we decided let's go put our feet in that. It's so nice and hot out
Yes.
today. And it
Right
was
after we
like,
washed our cars.
yeah, yeah. And it was like mountain runoff. It literally is mountain runoff. And we both
So
like got
cold.
sick because it was so cold and it was so stupid. But we were like, yay, it's summer.
It's summertime now. It's like 45
I
degrees.
know. But after winter, like just the littlest bit
Yeah.
of like hint of
Sun.
warmness is like
Yeah,
it's summer now.
I know.
Oh,
It's
that's fun.
it's just starting fall here, and it's been really good weather this week, and it's supposed to be good
Yeah.
weather next week, but after that, I think it just gets cold, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Miserable. Yeah. I miss fall a little, but right now because of the hurricane that came in, or at least I'm assuming that's why, because it's been much cooler since. Like when I've been taking the girls to the school in the morning, it's like 60 degrees. I'm
Like,
trying to judge what your
yes,
face looks.
cold. My daughter wore shorts the other day, and it was 45 degrees outside.
Yeah, people do that there. People do that there.
Yeah, but after school, it's like 80, so she's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tough it out, mom.
No,
Anyway.
I don't think it's so much that way here because we like there's humidity here. Like I know I'm assuming Idaho's kind of like Utah in that it's pretty dry, right? So
Close.
yeah,
Maybe
like
a little colder.
the difference between like day and night though, literally like it's a big drop in temperature. Even in the summer, yeah, it
Yeah.
went from like 40 to 80. Like I miss that sometimes, like needing a hoodie at night, but also sometimes when I'm
Yeah.
outside here and it's still warm and I can feel it hanging in the air and the humidity and like
Yeah.
the warmth like
There's room for
helps
both.
me. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to
Yes.
visit that though. I enjoy living in this because I just don't like being cold.
I would say that too. I would also like living in that and then visiting this.
Hey,
Yes.
I know a place you could go.
Yes.
Saying,
Okay, I'm coming. Eventually,
don't
we'll get
tease
there.
me. You guys could just do that little like work on a house thing here.
We've
Come.
been working on a house this week. I've got glue attached to my hands. Anyway,
What were you doing?
gluing things. No.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
No, we were gluing this backer board up on the wall, nailing it in so it'd be all smooth and ready for other
I
things.
pictured you like Cody doing all the work and you off to the side with some glue and like paper. Just kidding.
That
No, no.
No, we do it right because I'll dress all cute. We send all the kids to school and then I get dressed
Aw.
up all cute and I'll come assist him
Aw, that
in
is
his
right.
stuff. I mean, I
Yeah.
do. I paint stuff and I help, but
But
yeah,
you make sure
pretty
to look
much.
cute.
Yes,
That's funny.
that's half the
That's
fun.
adorable. I like it. Yes.
So
I'm a little too like
good times.
workhorse. Poor Anthony. I would show up just like,
Let's do this.
yes.
I did that last time, and he's like, maybe you could just come help me next time because that's more fun. Okay,
Uh,
we're
well, hey, if that's
not on too
what,
big a time crunch. We're good.
yeah, exactly. You're not in a time crunch, and when you have like a way that you work, like me and Anthony work well together, but there's definitely times where like he's like, okay, I see that you're doing it that way. This is the way I would do it. And I'm like, yeah, like we're both kind of leaders in certain things
Mhm.
where it's like, come be an assistant, not another foreman.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably makes it a little easier. And since
Yes,
he's kind of
it does.
running the thing, makes sense.
Well,
Plus, it
and
sounds
it's
really
hot to watch.
fun.
I was gonna say it's kind of hot to watch somebody who knows what they're doing do good things.
So you guys are just having a good time.
We're having a great time. We are having a great time.
So
Then we come
tell
home and
your
sit in the hot
kids
tub.
don't show up in the middle of the day while working in a house. Just don't show up because you never know.
They know.
Yeah. Did I tell you we need to do like a whole podcast on this, and I might have already said this to you, but about the girl I met that was telling me about what she learned about allergies here in
Yeah.
yeah,
How we've been planting like all male
all
trees,
male
so
trees.
it's
Yeah. I
that's
really
crazy.
we need
I
to
need to look into more of that.
yeah. I need to make us like a list or something because I mean, you're busy, being cute for Cody, and I'm busy scraping teeth.
If only I could find time somewhere.
Well, I'm struggling to find time to do anything right now.
No,
So.
I should. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not digging on you. I'm just saying we should I would like to look into that and like I need to just still the time
Yeah.
to do that because I'm like
Okay.
because I'm dying and I would like to not
Sorry.
die of stupid allergies.
Yeah. Most time by this time of year, I'm like this allergy mess.
But you're not this
And
year?
we figured out a good system.
Okay.
And by we, I mean Cody. He
Share
did
with
it
the
for me.
class. Okay.
But there is an like you have to take allergy medicine and do the eye thing and do the nose thing and the nasal spray and the eye drops and
So like a
if you
whole
do it
preventative
all,
measures thing, yeah.
yeah, if you keep up on it, then you don't wake up a huge snotty mess. You have a
Okay.
visitor.
I do have a visitor. My visitor's called Elena.
Elena, can she hear me at all?
No, I'll put him on her.
Elena, do you do twirling now?
Yes. I did
Do you
better
love
and
it?
better. I did better than the good girl like
She used
that.
to be a bad girl, but now she's a good girl, huh?
Now you're a good girl at twirling? It's highly overrated.
I was being a good girl and bad girl. And they
And
No,
when you were
you're
being
never a bad
Did
girl.
they tell you no?
and good and yes.
You're so good. And yes, you're so good. Don't let them get you down.
Mm-hmm. I need some
Mwah.
help.
Oh, you
Okay.
need some help with the sucker? Okay.
You are one cute kid, Elena. I like you. I think you're great.
Addy.
Are you a princess?
No.
No, not today. Are you just a good girl?
Yes.
That's so
Earlier
good.
I put like a with just a bunch of eyeshadow, like a little
Cute.
I can't speak right now, but a cloud and a rainbow and a heart, all
Aw.
kind of smudged off now.
Face painting.
I really cannot open this thing. Like
No
I
wonder
don't
she
have
needed help.
No, I know. Okay, lady.
Mama.
Baby, you can come back and sing later, okay? Sound good?
Bye, Elena.
Say bye.
Bye.
Anyways, what were we
It's
talking about?
okay.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Being a mom is more important anyway. You're awesome.
It's true. It's true. And she keeps
What were
me
we talking about? I don't know. Okay, fun things we did this week. Um, my brother does a little, I was gonna say podcast. It's not really a podcast. He does spooky games on Twitch,
Oh, okay.
and they're so freaking funny.
Okay.
Me
I
and my
love
son
it.
watch them, and we love it. Anyway,
Send me
so
the link. I'll link it.
I will.
Down
I'll
below.
send you the link. And then my sister was also on a podcast this week. This is like big podcast week.
Ooh.
She narrates audiobooks.
Okay.
So she was a guest on a podcast about audiobooks.
Who does that? Which one?
Rachel.
Rachel? I gotta catch up on your family. Obviously don't know what's going on.
Right.
But
I don't
also,
ever know what's going on.
If you send me all those links, I want to watch them anyways, but I'll put them in this too so
Hey.
everybody else wants to watch.
I was helping with costumes right before this, and my daughter's like, "You can't go yet." I'm like, "We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'll help you with your
Costumes
costume
for
when we get
what?
done for the thing murder mystery tonight."
Oh, duh.
So
Like I said,
yeah.
brain not working real well today.
So I have one daughter that's splattering blood all over Cody's stuff, so he's supposed to be like a butcher.
Okay.
And then anyway, Aubrey's coming back home for it.
Oh,
She's-
yay.
She's driving
Man,
up.
I really want to
so-
be at this. This sounds awesome.
Right? I think it'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Take all the pictures and then we'll have to I don't know. You guys got to come out here for one. We just live too
Hey,
far away.
let's do
We
it.
live too far away.
Amen. So have you got
Sure.
anything coming up? Like in the future that you're looking forward to? Got your birthday in like 1 month.
Yes. So that
Woo.
birthday that we're doing, the 20s themed, just a speakeasy, turn the house into a bar, fun
Sounds
house,
fun.
which is going to be a lot of fun. And then got on Halloween, we're doing a minion party, which is just that
Oh yeah.
everybody who is invited to the party has to dress like a minion so that we have a bunch of minions running around the neighborhood trick-or-treating. Because I think it'd be
Nice.
funny.
They go by many names: Dave, Carl, Paul, Mike. Oh, that one is Norbert. He's an idiot.
But we
Do
shall
you have
see.
anybody that's gonna be Gru?
Not yet. I wanted to find like one of
Excuse me.
those blow up brews, so it would be really big and put it outside, and then so we could take
Nice.
pictures with them. But I also haven't done anything towards actually securing that, so that's
Doing
probably not
that.
going to happen. But
But it could. But
minions, and it'll be fun because last year we did Where's Waldo? It was Where's Waldo, and everybody at the party, and that was really
right.
fun. So I think this will be fun. Although Bella did say, "Hey, next year can we not do parties with entire themes so we all have to dress with the same thing?"
you can pick your own
I was
costume.
like, okay, all right.
Fine. What you do is you wait for her to pick her costume, and then you just all do that.
That's what we did this year. So last year, I'm pretty sure it was her idea for Waldo too, and we just thought it was funny. This year, her and some of her friends were gonna be minions, and I was like, can we all do that?
We're just all gonna
And then
do
she
it.
was like, okay. And then I was like, can I invite everyone to do it? So now we've got like her, she has like friends who have already got their costumes and everything. So I'm like, we should have a good little minion turnout. So it should be fun. What do
I
you,
love it.
what do you guys got going?
I don't know. I don't know. Just following kids around to track meets and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything big going on.
Do you like hosting parties
up.
or no?
I host a lot of family parties, but I need to branch out a little more. We need
Yeah.
to we need to do like the fun stuff instead of just, hey, I'm making dinner, you all should come.
Yeah, I mostly host not family parties. Just I host like I don't know. I mean,
Fun
family's always
party.
invited too, but yeah, like
Yeah.
I do like theme parties.
Yeah,
I should have like
that's good.
done that as a occupation or something. But then again,
Heck yeah.
it probably wouldn't be as fun if I had to do it versus the fact that I just do it when I want it. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know. I think you'd still have fun with it. If you like the first year or two would probably be stressful, but I think you'd have enough built up that you'd just be like, oh, you want to do a 20s themes party? Let me pull out my file. Like,
I already have enough
I
stuff
got
built
you.
up because
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
although a lot of like the backdrops I've made for things are like haven't traveled with us as we've traveled because for one of them we did like a casino party. It was after
Yeah.
a murder mystery party that was 20s themed that was just so fun that we did a like come back to it was like based in a hotel, so we turned our house into like the hotel, but then we
Fun.
turned it into a casino and did like a comeback to the hotel a casino theme because some friends of ours had like just these tabletopper things, but then they like were just awesome and really got into it and um they even like I can't remember roulette or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know how to play the game, but um they set it up and ran it and everything. It was so freaking cool. It just like worked out. I don't even know where I'm going with this right now, other than that I want to
Just
do that
parties
again
and
now.
fun, and
Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
And now I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder if Keith and Natasha would come bring their stuff here so I could do that again. It was so fun.
Awesome. And once again, I wish we lived freaking closer
I know.
because
Well,
it
I can
sometimes
tell
you
you
just need
for certain I'm not coming to Idaho, unfortunately. So,
fine.
I mean, I'll come visit there. I'll come visit there.
Yes, but you're not coming to live in Idaho.
Yeah. Now, like Florida's
For
gonna flood or
certain, for
something, and I'm gonna
sure.
freaking end up in Idaho because I just made that
I was just thinking
declaration. You're
that.
like, you shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said it. You're
See ya.
coming.
You're like, sweet, Rachel's moving to Idaho.
I'll look for houses for you.
Oh no, I'm moving in with you guys.
Oh, well, perfect then.
Yeah.
It's a party every day.
Excellent.
No, Idaho's great.
I mean, I don't have
It's really
anything
good. I
against
Yeah.
Idaho.
In the
I just
summertime, it's awesome. I don't love winter.
I think most places are awesome in the summertime.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, one of the worst places to be in the summertime just because it's so hot. Well, no, Arizona, I don't know. Those places that they seem worse though than here.
Yeah.
Like a
Well,
dry
one cool
heat
thing
just
about
dries shit. Go ahead,
yeah,
sorry.
and I like greenery. But one thing that's good about Idaho is that people don't really come here. You know what I mean? So when you go to like national parks and rivers and you're going to play, it's usually not crowded. You can just go
Okay.
play and have fun.
No,
So
that's something nice too, because yeah, most if you were going to Orlando, like everybody goes to Orlando, so it's just
yeah,
always a cluster.
jam packed.
Mm-hmm.
Not here.
All right, so you got that going for you.
Yeah. Well, and there's just when you have to figure out fun things to do, there's they call it the drops. It's just
Okay.
this like big canal system into it's like that canal that we used to play in, only like 10 times bigger.
Okay.
And it goes for miles until it hits uh back to the river again, I guess.
Okay.
But you can just jump in and you just float all the way down and that's pretty fun.
You said
mean,
it's called the
I'm
drops. Does
probably
it have like areas where it drops?
a little bit.
I mean,
It's
why else is it called the drops? It's kind of right.
I don't know, because you drop into it. Good
Oh, okay.
question.
I
I will
want to
have
do
to
it.
ask.
I want to do it
Maybe I
either way.
haven't done the drops, but no, it's pretty fun. It's just like kids who didn't grow up and they still do all this dorky things that we did when we were kids. Like you just figure out how to
Oh,
have fun.
there's nothing
Only
dorky about
bigger.
it. I think we should all be doing stuff like that. I think we'd be happier as
I
a
say
people
dorky in
if
the
we got to
best
play
way.
a little if we got to play a little more though. You know, if we're
Amen.
so dang busy just like taking care of all the shit. I'm like, I would much rather
hmm
be playing in
Playing.
the drops. Yeah.
Yes.
And even my
Yeah,
kids, like I wish they got to play in the drops more or just things like that.
yeah,
Going outside and like just
Figuring it out.
But
Go
yeah,
have
yeah.
fun.
Not being stimulated by a device, just like having to think, and I don't know. There's something good about that I feel like we miss a little bit in the now, you know?
Yeah. Well, okay, I have a canal that's by my house. There's a lot of canals here because we were by farmlands, but there's a bigger one that's like right next to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I told some ladies that I was gonna get a kayak and that I was gonna kayak down the canal every morning because I wanted to, even though it was like super dorky. And if people see me, they'd be like, "What is that lady doing with a kayak in a canal?" But if I want to, so next summer it's gonna happen.
Okay. I'll come
I'm gonna
with
start
you
kayaking in the
on
canal.
my I'm not gonna kayak, but I have a paddleboard. I'll paddleboard with you.
Okay.
Do you remember
Fun.
like tubing down, I think it was the Provo River or something? Like
Yes, I loved that.
so cold though. So cold. Like I don't know if I could get myself to do that anymore. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's cold.
mean? Like I think like even just when our own pool is like a little on the chilly side, I'm like, nah. And I'm like, I
That's
used to
good.
go down the Provo River in like snow runoff. Like
Yeah, I think I still would.
I'm
That's
sure
so
I'm sure
fun.
I would too.
You go
Because
rent your little
eventually you
raft and they
warm
take you
up
up
and
there.
stuff like that.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
But yes, warm water is much preferable.
I don't know. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, cold showers are good for you. Maybe it was like good for us, invigorating, get the
It was
blood
definitely
pumping.
brisk and invigorating. Yes.
I think no matter what you do, even if it could be, if it's like uncomfortable, as long as you have a group of people, that's like fun doing it. It's really fun. Because
I was gonna say,
we did a mud run that we started pretty early in the morning in Utah. And you know how it's like
little
even
nippy.
if it's yeah, very nippy. And we were going into like mud pits, so it was water and stuff like that. And it at the beginning was like pretty like, oh my God, this is so cold.
I
But
want to do this. Yeah.
and then like I really never think about that when I think about the mud run. Like it was one of the funnest things I've done. And even when we got to like the 5K part, we were like, let's do the 10K. Like let's just keep going
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
because it was so
Yeah.
fun. Because even though you were like disgustingly dirty and everything, like when you're moving that much, you warm up anyways, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
Now I want to do that too. I just
Okay.
need to win the lottery. Anthony was just saying that it's like the lottery somewhere is like in the billions or something. So I'm like, need to
Yeah,
win the
you just have to
lottery.
hit it once.
I know. So I'm gonna win the lottery, and then we're gonna start Emily and Rachel's Adventure Channel, and we're
Okay.
just gonna travel
Go
and
have
adventure with our
adventures.
families. Yeah,
I would
all
love
these
that.
things.
Let's
Let's
do
start
that.
a list. Yeah, let's make a pact. Pinky swear.
Okay.
If you win the lottery, or if I win the lottery, where the hell's my camera?
Okay.
There it is.
Rachel and Emily's infinite bucket list. I like that.
Yes, because I'm like constant like loop of things I want to do, but then I never plan to do it. And like, when the hell am I gonna plan to do it?
Right?
You know? When,
It was
Greg, when?
it was easier when we were roommates and we just woke up and we're like, okay, what crazy thing are we doing today?
I swear sometimes it
And then
just
we
came
do
to
it.
us. Like
Mhm.
the morning the guys knocked on the door and we're like, you guys want to go snowshoeing? Like,
Like,
I
yeah.
had no intention of snowshoeing that day. And that was one of the greatest days, you know?
That was really fun. And I'm glad that the only picture we have that whole day is us knocking someone down. You still have that picture?
Probably not.
Probably burned up, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah,
Okay.
my house burned down. So sorry.
That's okay. The image of it is still in my head. It was like somebody's girlfriend that I liked. Like, I don't like their girlfriend. I like them. And so the evil look on my face as she's falling, I'm like, oh, I'm a horrible person.
I don't even I
Mm.
vaguely remember that. Although I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember the incident. And you hear me like wheezing as I laugh.
Got the old man thing going on.
I do. I do.
Mm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't hopefully I didn't tell you this, so I'm not just like repeating myself again. Did
Matter.
I had like this old dude in my chair that cracked me up because he was getting ready to have a procedure done and he just wanted to ask some questions like can I eat after this? Can I drink after this? Like will I be able to do activity, stuff like that. And he was like, but most importantly, will I be able to play the guitar? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, obviously, because I think he's just being silly. Like, I got to do it. And
Yeah.
he's like, great, because I don't know how to play the guitar. And I was like, I thought it was pretty great.
I love
And,
that.
and he couldn't believe that nobody had ever, like, he's like,
Done
he
that
thought,
one to
he's
you
like,
before?
surely you would have seen that coming. And I'm like, no, I didn't.
No, but
It was
I
pretty
liked
good.
it.
I loved it.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
use that.
Oh,
Thank you, old
I
man, for
know.
the next fun line.
And then somebody can think it's yours and think you're cool for
Right?
it.
Mm. No, because I will spoil it every time. Like, do you know where I got that? It was an old man. He did it
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
It's like when you have a dress with pockets, or when you like find something at the thrift store that's really nice, and you're like, no one will know I got it at the thrift store, and they're like, I got it at the thrift store.
I know. As soon as someone's like, I like that, I paid $2.
Do.
There's been quite a few times that like we've gone out somewhere and somebody will compliment me and I was like, oh, thank you, like $5, or like,
Uh-huh.
I found this in an alley underneath a dead cat.
Right? Isn't it pretty?
And Anthony's like, you're supposed to say thank you.
The bloodstains came right out. Like, yeah.
Oh man, there's so many things that like I feel like are going on in the world right now that are
Yeah.
like
It's kind of overwhelming.
yeah, it
Like,
really
and
is.
I tend to check out, which is terrible, but I'm like,
I think I
this
need to
is
do that for a bit.
this is like a cluster fudge. I just want to go get my own little private island. Remember private islands?
Yeah,
And just like I'll eat coconuts and ignore everybody else because it feels like we're being screwed over on a lot of things.
yeah. And I
So,
know that we need to pay attention in order to like, just be
yeah,
aware
we
and
do.
and do things when I don't know, just participate in what's going on so that we can have a voice. But I think sometimes maybe it is healthy to check out for like periods of time. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I might
because
be
it's hard.
due.
It's
I might be
heavy.
due. We might
You
have
need
to
to come with
do.
me and check out.
Yeah, yeah.
Need more silly and more, I don't know. Maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe you should stay focused and do things, but I don't know. You need some silly. You need some fun. We need to go have some silly fun.
Not that I
We
want
need
to
it.
like stop worrying about things because I don't think I could even if I wanted to.
No, but just to realize that hey, this is the one life, the one life you have, and whether the world's on fire or not, we got to find ways to be happy and enjoy things and chase the dopamine. Let's go chase us some dopamine.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's true though. We are constantly chasing like some sort of high, whether it's from buying something or watching something or I
we're
saw
being silly.
something. Yeah.
You
What were
saw
you gonna
something?
say? Oh, it was about like how you shouldn't get on your phone first thing in the morning. And the reason why is that it gives you like a a dopamine rush that is
Hmm.
hard to like match by other things. So you're like throughout the day not quite feeling good or whatever because like you're
Yep.
not quite getting those dopamine rushes that you get from like such stimulation. Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought,
true.
I mean, I haven't like done research and like checked and backed it up, but it made sense.
Hmm. And if you're always chasing that dopamine, eventually it is like a drug. Like,
Yeah. And I don't even think we realize that we're doing it like, ooh, I want this to make me happy. It's just like how we
mhm.
mindlessly throughout this right here, I have mindlessly looked at my phone a few times. And I
Mhm.
almost even opened my game I play. Like and that but
Yeah.
I couldn't play right now. You know what I mean? Even though it is
Yeah.
still like the fact that I even opened it, I was like why do I do that? And it's like maybe somewhere subconsciously like I'm craving this like other form of stimulation, you know?
Right? Dual dual stims at the same time.
Yeah. And
I
we
do that
need
and it drives my husband nuts. Like I'll play a game while I'm watching a movie and he's like, focus on the movie.
okay.
Like,
So this was kind of what you had suggested we talk about today that we haven't even talked about because I can't like keep coherent thoughts, but
it's
that
okay.
kind of well, I guess this whole episode has been us being ADHD pretty much. And now we could talk about like because you said coping skills or how to deal with or something. Because I'm like,
Yes.
I could use that because I definitely, um, whether I have it or not, I recognize certain habits that I have that I could
Mhm.
stand to work on, like that one, like always
Yeah.
picking something up and like, and telling myself I can concentrate better on that if I'm doing this when really that's not
Again.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like I want that thing. And it's
Uh-huh.
because I'm, I guess,
Like
seeking a dopamine
fragmenting your
higher. I
brain.
don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So what
Yeah,
do you do?
exactly. Okay, one of the things is focus on one thing at a time, which is a lot harder than it sounds. Like with when I clean, it's
Hmm.
super hard for me to stay on task because I'll be in the kitchen and I'll take a cloth to the dirty clothes and I get to the dirty clothes and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to throw this load of laundry in because somebody needs a shirt or something.
Hmm.
So I throw the load of laundry in and then I'm like, oh, I need to take, this clean laundry to my daughter's room and I take it to my daughter's room and I'm like, oh yeah, I told her I would, help her with her bed. And so I help make her bed. And, it just, you work all day and you get back to the first job you started with and you're like, I haven't done anything. And it's really disheartening because you feel like, hey, I've done stuff, but you've got nothing to show for it.
Hmm.
So, one of the things that I saw was to take a little notebook with you. And, like if you're working in the kitchen and you drop something in the laundry and you're like, oh, I got to do that laundry, you write it down on your list of, hey, next, I'm doing laundry. And then you go
Force
back to the
yourself to go
kitchen and do
back
your
to the
job.
first thing. Yeah.
So it's still on your list and you're still going to do it and you're not going to forget it because it's on your list, but stay focused on what you're doing. And I've tried to do that a little bit this week and oh man, it's like night and day difference. I'm not
Really?
very good at it all the time and so I don't have a little notebook with me all the time, but just to remember, I'm going to come back to this. I have to finish my other job first.
Yeah.
That's that's
Do,
really huge.
do you think that's a little bit just like a female tendency because we have been kind of like trained by society and
Could be.
everything to be the caretaker, so we're constantly thinking like ahead of things, which keeps us doing so many tasks that it feels hard to do any task. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah. That's
and we
that
do it to
makes perfect sense.
ourselves because we're the ones who still continue doing it, even though, but it's like I can't
Yeah.
help but think ahead. I saw a TikTok the other day where this lady was talking about like to her husband. He was asking her a little bit like, so why is it that like, you think we're so different over? And she was like right now I'm thinking about this kid's, you know, she goes through all these things as to why she needs to go right now to get bread for something tomorrow
Yeah.
because she's already thought through, okay, he needs bread for this tomorrow, that I have this and I have, and like we
This
have
is my
all
only shot to go
we
get
have
it.
all the yeah where sometimes, and it's like because we're always thinking of those things, so we're prepared for it when it happens, but getting there, like nobody can see it, but it's like it's just a constant like I don't know the right word, but like your brain's just going so much that it's just exhausting, you know?
hmm
And it's like,
Yeah.
is that ADHD or is that conditioning?
Probably some of both. It can be some of both. Yeah, absolutely. Because um, my husband does a lot of that. He's a really good planner,
Mhm.
and I am not as good for some reason. And I try really hard, but it seems like he's always got such a more calm, clear approach to it. And I just lost my train of thought too, so we'll just drive back on ADHD. No, um,
He
I
has a
I
calm
have a lot
approach
of
to things versus
yeah,
you,
yeah, he has a
as you were
very
saying.
calm approach to a lot of things. Um, like when I have to get kids ready for school or for certain things, I tend to have this like really anxious go 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 attitude, and he's like, calm down, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get him out the door. It's all good. And I also have this time blindness. Do you know that? Have you heard of that?
Explain it. Maybe I do, but I'm just not getting it by the.
So time blindness is you look at all the things you have to do before you go somewhere, right?
Mhm.
And your mind automatically puts things into this will take no time category, right?
Mhm.
So I want to make sure I'm explaining this correctly. But like if I think I have to brush my teeth and put on deodorant, grab my coat, grab my shoes, um, pack lunch before I go, any of those kind of things, that counts as 0 time. So I'm like, oh yeah, I can be out the door in 5 minutes, even if I've got to do, because those are
Yeah.
no time things. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
I'm like running late to things, and I don't give adequate time to what I need to do. So sometimes Cody will be like, okay, let's go over here the time that you have and the things that you need to do. Do you have enough time
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
what you need to do? Let's be realistic here. If you say we're out the door in 20 minutes, let's make sure that we're being realistic about those kind of things.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that helps with the stress.
I've never
Yeah.
heard it like put that way, but I definitely
Yeah.
do a million things trying to get out of the door, and it's probably because that I think
Yeah.
I probably anticipated that I would do those things. Didn't anticipate that it would take me much time, but when you put them all together, you've taken a
They
lot
take
more time than
time.
you realize, and then your daughter's mad at you because you're late again and you don't care.
You're like, I tell
I'm
my kids,
trying.
I got 5 kids and there's one of me. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm hurrying, but
But sometimes
a little
I
planning.
guess we do unnecessary things because we're the only one that sees it necessary. You know what I mean? Does that make
Yeah,
sense? Like the
absolutely.
world would keep spinning if that thing didn't happen. But we know that if that thing doesn't happen now, then it's going to be there for us later. And it's going to, like, if you didn't change that laundry right then, then you're not going to be able to start the other laundry because that laundry's not going to be done.
Yeah.
It's that constantly being like thinking about all the things. And it's because
Mhm.
somebody's got to do that. You know what I mean? And we've been
Yeah.
conditioned that it's us, so we do it, and everybody else is like, you're doing this to yourself. So I really have stopped doing as much. And our house doesn't look as great.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah.
everybody's a little happier.
Really?
Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, like if I'm the only one who cares about this, if I'm the only one this bothers, I have to decide what, like, how much I can handle, what, like, in what way it bothers me. And honestly, if
Yeah.
it gets messy and it's all their stuff, and I'm like, I'll be like, eventually I do kind of like end up getting things cleaned up, but I make them help me
Yeah. But
because I'm like, this is
hmm
your guys' stuff. Like,
this is your mess.
yeah. So hey, I'll like mentally be like, hey, you do this, you do this, you do this. I'm like, you're still gonna do the work, but I'm like if you don't care, then fine, keep your stuff around there and
Um,
let it get until you care about it. Like I'm having to train myself not to care about certain things just because I'm like,
yeah.
that doesn't affect anything in the grand scheme of things except for me. It's a stress for
Yeah.
me because I worry about that for you or something, you know?
Yeah. That
Um,
makes sense. It's all a balance. Like, if the stress is, or if the mess isn't stressing you out as much as stressing out over the mess, then it's better just to leave a little.
yeah, or
Mm.
just like I would get so anxious trying to get it all done, and it felt like I'm the one doing it, and then it's like, because I'm the one doing it because I'm the only one that cares. So,
Yeah.
so that was like, okay, like, and then I do feel like the girls are starting to care a little more, and I'm like, I realize that the more we do for them, the less they have an opportunity to realize they want it done too.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's true.
I'm at that like phase where it's like, I need you to know you want this stuff done. And I am no one's maid. And
And it
like
gets exhausting having to, you do this, you
exactly.
do this, you
And
do
a
this, you
bit,
do
and
this.
then we get to this point where we are now where we do have like an excess of things and the girls' stuff isn't real well taken care of. And they're finally starting to like, ooh, I want to take care of this now. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
fucking finally.
Finally!
But I know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how old I was when I started carrying. I know it was probably later than my girls are anyway. So kudos
Yeah.
to my mom because I'm sure that, I don't know, women have always like taken on so much of the like the mental load of getting things done. And I think it's a
Yeah.
good thing, but also like it is like it fucks with our minds. And then we make ourselves unhappy because we set expectations and people are like, why are you guys doing this? And it's like,
Oh, expectation is the killer of happiness,
yeah,
period. Yeah.
yes.
But I mean, you have to have expectations for things, but yeah, it
Yeah,
kills happiness.
you can only have expectations of yourself though, to an extent. Like you can
Yeah.
desire for someone to do something, but expecting that they're going to do something, like you're setting yourself up for failure unless you're, you got to vocalize what you want. I've definitely learned that instead of I used to like just hope
Read my
that
mind.
exactly. I think I did, like like I'm putting this out there plainly enough. I get it, but then like never actually saying the words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever been
Yeah.
guilty of that? I mean, I'm sure we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's amazing how fast responses get if you like actually tell people what you need.
Yeah,
Like, not
right.
always, but a lot of the times, like, hey, I need this. Okay. It was that
Exactly.
simple.
Yeah,
Like,
but it feels weird or hard to have to say you need something, right?
Mhm.
Or why is
For
that?
sure.
Why is that?
I don't
Because I'm
know.
the same way. And it's like I feel like it used to be really bad about like I feel like if I'm telling you to do it, then I'm being bossy too. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like I don't want to be bossy. I don't want to be, you know.
Yeah. Cody's a super good example though. I I watch him and I
Mhm.
watch the way he does things, and I very slowly try to be more like him in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because yeah, he'll he gets things cleaned so fast, and he can like get kids' attention really fast, and I don't know.
What does he do?
It's I don't know. Well, maybe I'll do a whole podcast on Cody because it's I don't know. It's fun to watch him.
Well, that's cool. I
But
mean, if he's got something to teach, I'm
he's
here to learn.
yeah. I know I do. But yeah, after he started noticing that I was super exhausted after dinner. And
Mhm.
do you remember how I would get super tired and like sit on the couch and then I'd be like,
Yeah.
never move
I
because
can't. Don't
I can't
Rach,
move.
don't.
I
I
don't want to
can't
move.
move.
I don't.
Rach, just let me sleep here. I don't want to move. And then
Yeah,
the next
and
day, I told you not to let me sleep there
I didn't want to
anymore.
sleep on the couch. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
So instead of driving my husband crazy, he was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just take charge on this one. And so he started having the kids help clean up dinner and he would help do the dishes and everything. And um, it's been so cool. So it's so fun to
Yeah.
watch. And I'm like, oh, thank you
Yeah,
so
no.
much.
Yay for him
That's
for
huge.
seeing that and doing it, you know? Yeah. I mean, that's
And
what
then
it is to like be a partner to somebody is to try to, you know.
yeah. Yeah. And we had somebody in our family that they were visiting and the wife was really overwhelmed and she had a lot of kids and there was a lot going on. The husband came home and from work and he'd had a long day at work and he just sat down and so Cody went and helped with the dishes and the husband made some comment about, hey, that's women's work. And Cody was like, anyway, he was not
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, good. That's because he's an actual just good human being, a good guy
Yeah.
who doesn't see people as objects who are there to serve them.
Yeah. Well, do you have any things that you do to
Well,
keep your brain on task? I liked the one where you said you like knock stuff over on the table if you have something to remember.
I set like traps for myself. I set
Yeah.
traps around the house for when I need to remember things. Like I do make notes, like I have a notes app and stuff like that. So I have
Yeah.
my things to do, but I do a lot of like memory traps. Like even at work, I'll do it. Like, okay, I still have a couple
Yeah.
notes that need to be done. And like, so I put them in a weird place. So when I come in on a Monday, like I see this weird thing that I'm like, damn it, I gotta do, you know, that kind of stuff, which
Yeah.
is helpful. And I don't know where I got that from or why I do it, but I kind of did it. That's how I got through like schooling and stuff like that too. When I needed to remember things, I'd make up some stupid thing about it, you know, like
Mhm.
so many things. It was always like some weird little quip or saying or something that would help me remember something stupid. And
Yep.
that's just how I learn. It's like some sort of like association of like something being out of place or just sounding a little weird. So I think those
I
are
do
the
it with
ways that I
music.
learned to deal with like the way my mind was a little different and use it to my advantage, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And
You said you do
I
it
think
with
that's
music?
super well when I'm trying to memorize things, I always put it to music so I can remember
Oh, I got you. Okay.
like mhm.
So maybe you recall like that part in the song and it helps you remember whatever you were thinking about at that part of the song, like that.
Yeah. Well, like okay, when I'm remembering lists of things,
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it to a song that I'm really familiar with that gets
Mm-hmm.
stuck in my head. Like I decided I wanted to memorize the whole periodic table just because I thought it would be fun. So I put it to like little kid songs like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and little primary songs and stuff. And so now I can sing it all in my head. It has no use, but it's there.
I'm pretty sure there
Or-
is just a periodic table song too, because my girls sing it. And
Oh,
there's
really?
One, there's one
Oh,
for
don't screw me up, man.
I won't. But there's one for pi too. The first 100 digits of pi. So they
Yeah,
both know the
see,
first
other
100
people's
digits of
brains
pi
work like
just
mine.
because.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
That's how I learned
Yeah.
the United States, the 50 nifty United States.
Yep.
The 13 original
Exactly.
colonies. Shout them, tell all about them.
Utah is the best of the 50.
Pretty sure in every
Spoiler
state
alert, it's
they said
not.
that.
Yeah, they did.
So we did really no particular topic. I know we got onto ADHD eventually, but I guess that works out because that is kind of ADHD in a nut. I almost said in a nutsack. ADHD in a nutshell. Okay. Anyways,
That it is. That it is.
but
I
next
think
week,
I think we need to do a whole thing on the like ADHD helps because
Yeah.
there's so many and they're so good.
yeah, and I need to be in a
You-
better like place with my mind, anyways, and get over my cold. And then next week though,
Sorry.
let's do something. That's okay, happens. But let's do some
Yeah.
fun. We'll do the costumes or whatever. Hopefully, I can get my
Yes,
head
please.
back on straight and get back to like thinking my thoughts. Well, but-
Okay, well, we'll do a whole list of like fun costumes and
yeah. I'm excited. It's
store
gonna be fun.
goodness.
I can't wait to see
I-
what you find.
I only wish that we could go roller skating afterwards. Like we gotta do something with these costumes. Like
Well,
go
okay.
to public places and I don't know.
Whenever I get a chance to come out to Idaho, we'll go to the dips. We'll
Props,
you know,
yeah.
but each place we go, we'll wear one of the outfits.
Okay, I like this. Something that I love to do is and we've done it a couple of times with my kids, but you go to like a grocery store and you buy a dozen roses,
Okay.
and then you just stand at the front of the store and you just give them to people,
Yep.
and you just make their day, right?
yeah,
And I
that's cute.
think we could make their day even more if we had on cool outfits.
Yeah, for no reason other than it's gonna make somebody laugh and we're gonna have fun doing it.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
All right. Well, I'm excited for that. So
Okay, let's do it. I'm
yeah.
in.
I gotta go pick some kids up from school now though. So
All right.
I gotta
Well,
start
it's always
getting
fun to
ready.
talk to you.
You too. All right.
Sometimes you just
I-
need to talk to your BFF. So,
Indeed. BFF, LAF. That's that's Haley had a best friend. It was best friends for life and love and friendship. It was so stinking cute.
yes, I like
Oh
that.
my god. I gotta find that best friends rule book for you still. Funniest thing
yes.
to ever exist. All right.
Okay.
I'm really gonna go now.
Okay, awesome.
I love you.
Have an awesome week,
Lilas.
Lilas.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Subscribe up there.
Subscribe.
There's a subscribe up there.
Okay.
Like the button.
Okay.